What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lucian Chan and I'm a filmmaker based in the SF Bay area. So today I got a super epic video for you guys because I'm gonna show you my red Komodo cinema build. And I thought today would be a perfect day to do this because later I'm actually gonna be working on a short film. It's a 2-day shoot, a narrative short film involving about 2 characters. And we're gonna be doing a bunch of scenes like in an Airbnb, some shots out in the city. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm really excited because I can finally rig out my Komodo for a more cinema workflow. And as you can see, I got the matte box on here, I got my top handle, I got my side handle, got my V-mount plate, got my monitor here. And later when we get on set, I'm gonna be mounting the Nucleus M follow focus. And then I'm also gonna be putting a Hollyland wireless video transmitter for my first AC because I'm gonna have my first AC pulling focus for me. So I'm really excited for that as well. And then later we're gonna be doing a lot of handheld, maybe sticks, and also I'm gonna bring out the Dana dolly for some scenes later at the Airbnb later this evening. So yeah, I'm super excited because I can finally show you guys how I use my Komodo in a more cinema workflow. Honestly, most of the time when I have Komodo shoots, I usually just run it on the Ronin RS2 because I'm doing a lot of run and gun solo work, or I'm just like a B-cam operator and they really like that gimbal stuff. So I'm really excited to finally rig this out for handheld, Dana dolly, shoulder rig type stuff. So I think it's gonna be really awesome because it's nice and heavy. I got some good handles here. I got a nice small rig side handle and a small rig top handle here. So it's really good for handheld stuff, you know, kind of stuff into the chest right here. So I think it's just a really versatile rig and I really like the weight to it because when you add a lot of accessories and handles to it, it gives it that nice, natural, like camera handheld movement. When it's too light, you get that DSLR look where it's too jittery, you get those micro jitters. So I think it's really fun to build it out like this because it just looks way more professional, honestly. And like when you show up on set with a rig like this, people just take you seriously. The clients are impressed. And it's just really fun because each of these different tools has a use. All right, first let's start off with the matte box. Here I have the small rig matte box. This is only about 100 bucks. Got it like on B&H or Amazon, and I really like it because it's what you call a screw-on or kind of like clamp-on matte box. I don't even need to mount it onto the rails. It's super easy to take on and off, and you can fit it to a bunch of different lenses. It has the classic 95mm, so it kind of fits on most cinema lenses, like the Sigma Art Cines. You just pop these on, and it's really clutch. And they also came with a few step-up rings, so really easy to mount it to your photo lenses as well. So I really like this thing. And right now I have a black Pro Mist 1/4 right in here. And it's really helpful to get something like this because even though these are expensive, they're about like 400 to 500 bucks. Once you get one of these, it's really easy to just put on all your lenses. When you have those screw-on ones, it's really annoying because you always have to use those kind of cheap step-down rings. It doesn't look as good. So I would definitely recommend kind of investing into this 4 by 5.65 filter tray system. It's really clutch. And next here, I have the handy dandy Sigma 18 to 35. This lens is super clutch. I would definitely recommend it if you're a beginner because it's pretty affordable and has a really good image right off the bat. It's a super clean, crisp look to it. So I really like it. And I think it fits really good with red because red kind of has that kind of like more cinematic look. So this kind of helps sharpen it up and stuff. So it's really good. Really like this lens. And the only problem with it is the focus though. Like since it's a photo lens, it's not really made for manual focusing, so that's the only downside, but I mean, for the price, you can't go wrong. All right, and next, let's talk about the adapter. Honestly, right now, I'm just using the one it came with, which is the EF to RF adapter. You can't put in a filter, it's not a speed booster, but honestly, with the 18 to 35, it's perfect because on full frame, that's about like a 28 to 50 equivalent, and I really like this 2 focal lengths. I come from full frame Sony, so I love that 28 full frame look, and then I really like that 50 look as well in full frame. So I think this is a really good lens and you don't actually even need a speed booster at all. Like it really works great off the bat. So again, I really love this lens and adapter combo. So next we'll talk about the monitor I'm using. So for this particular shoot, I like to keep my footage for the reel sometimes. A lot of the times when you're doing these shorts, you're always dumping footage, formatting cards. So a lot of the times the footage get lost in the sauce. And it's good to have my own copy of it so I could use it for later, check out my footage, use it for my reel and stuff. So I really like this monitor. This is the 5-inch Blackmagic Video Assist monitor. It is the 12G version, not the 3G. And that basically means that you can record in 4K, it's brighter, and it's just a lot nicer. Because you just need a standard SD card, you just slide it in right here, and then you can instantly record 4K ProRes files, or 1080. It's really up to you. It's really, really versatile, and I really like having that redundancy because in case anything happens to the card here as well, like if it gets corrupt or maybe I accidentally format it, I always have a backup here, and it's a really usable image. So for that reason, I think this monitor is super clutch. The only downside is it uses these small micro BNC connectors. As you can see, it's just like a mini SDI, so make sure you get the right cable to that. It's just micro BNC to male SDI out of the Komodo, so not that big of a deal. Another downside to this monitor right here is it's so power hungry. Honestly, out of all the monitors I own, even my small HD Cine 7, this thing eats up way more power than that. So keep that in mind. Make sure you have a lot of NPF batteries or get the dummy plate so you can go into your DTAP battery. I think another really important thing to get for your rig is a nice monitor mount. I used to always use those like small Cine arms or those big Cine arms to mount my monitor, but it just makes your rig look so much more big, super ugly, and just not really that ergonomic. So I literally just picked this up this week and I really like it. It was like 40 bucks on Amazon. It was a small rig monitor mount, and it's really clutch because it literally just screws in right here to my small rig top handle. Yeah, I just really like this look. It just looks super slim, super ergonomic, and I just really love how light it is, and I don't really have to deal with those weird, awkward arms coming out of my camera anymore. So I really like this monitor mount. All right, next, let's talk about the side handle and top handle I'm using. These are both by Small Rig. So I really like these handles because they're so easy to mount. Both of these handles are NATO rail. So all you really need is just one big NATO rail on the Komodo. Slide on your side handle. And it's super clutch because this side handle is a NATO rail in itself. So I don't have to waste time putting another NATO rail right here. It's already one built in. And I can literally just slide on my top handle like this. Boom. So I really like this side handle, top handle combination because I can get really nice shots pressed into my chest like this, or I can also get really nice low angle shots with the top handle. So super versatile, super clutch. I really like this setup right here. All right, sick. So next, let's talk about the different power options you can use to power your Komodo. And I really like the Komodo because it's so versatile in this department. Firstly, you can go with the Canon battery route. As you can see, the Komodo has these built-in Canon battery slots. However, I don't really like Canon batteries because they're kind of overpriced and they're kind of rare, honestly. So for that reason, I would definitely recommend going the V-mount route. And for that option, you also have a few different options as well. So firstly, I got this Core SXW plate here, and I really like it because it literally just slides in right here. Boom. And then you can just pop on your V-mount like this. And just like that, we have power to the Komodo. And this is really clutch because if you're a run and gun shooter, you don't have to deal with having rods even. You could literally skip this whole thing right here. And yeah, just super clutch, easy to use, really reliable. And on this adapter, you also have a DTAP out, you have a 2-pin LEMO, and USB out. So although the Core SXW plate is really good, super reliable, really easy to use, there aren't that many ports. And that's why I got something like this, which is the Indie Pro V-mount plate, because this plate right here has 3 DTAPs out. And I use a lot of DTAP cables and it's really convenient for me. So I really like having more outputs. And since I have these rails anyways on my rig, it's super easy to just slide this on. So I think it's really good to have a few different backups when you're on set, just in case maybe this fails or this fails. All right, so next we're gonna mount the Indie Pro V-mount plate to the rails right here. Pop on our FX Lion Nano 2 V-mount battery. Plug in your DTAP into the plate here. And then DC in into the Komodo. Sweet, and just like that, we have power to the Komodo. So this is kind of like the minimalist run and gun rig. However, later when we get on set, I'm gonna rig it out with the Nucleus M follow focus. I'm gonna put on my wireless video transmitter here to get a wireless feed to my AC station. So yeah, later we're gonna rig it out even more, but this is kind of like the basic configuration. I mean, this is really clutch if you're a run and gun shooter doing handheld stuff. You can also put on a Tilta follow focus unit here. I have one of those as well. But yeah, this is super clutch, super good weight. You know, it's like a really nice hefty feel to it. Nice monitor here. You got battery all day basically. I mean, you're good to go with this rig.